once again, that's one of the attention-getting sounders for the program which we call Interesting Ideas. My name is Stan Houston. Every day we just simply try to take maybe 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5, maybe 2, to simply share with you an idea that might be helpful. This will be just slightly longer because one of the things I love about podcasting is its point of the moment. I just got this message this morning, and as a result of that, I can share it with you right away. Colleague that I've never met, but of course we've met through the internet. His name is Dave Kale, and he does some wonderful work in terms of what he calls building biblical businesses. Again, his name is Dave Kale, and it's Khle, and I would ask you to check him out. Here's what he did, and the interesting idea is simply this: if you let it. Here we go, and I'm just going to share his story. I still remember the worst sales call I ever made. More than just remember it, I react to the memory. I get a queasy feeling in my stomach every time I think about it. It wasn't just a bad sales call, it was a humiliating, embarrassing event. I don't think I'll ever forget it. That's the point. There is something about adversity that has the power to linger forever in our memories, shaping our character and molding our behavior for the rest of our life. That is so true. Well, here's more good truth. Adversity can take countless forms. It can be a gut-wrenching incident, like my worst sales call, or more poignantly, something like an auto accident or the loss of a loved one. I've had them all. Or it can be a period of financial distress. Yes, I've had that too, a couple of times. Or it can be a time of health problems and relationship conflicts. Yes, you guessed it. I've lived through both of those situations as well. Regardless, the Encarta Dictionary defines adversity this way. Number 1, misfortune, hardship, and suffering. Number 2, adverse happening. Adverse happening, yes, an extremely unfavorable experience or event. Now, Dave continues. He says, one of the things that these experiences have in common is their impact on us. They create an intense, negative emotional response. We become angry, embarrassed, humiliated, depressed, and hopeless. Is Dave talking your language right now? Well, he continues. Adversity produces a grab bag of bad feelings. It's not fun. As I reflect on my personal experiences, I have to acknowledge that the events mentioned above were some of the worst hours, days, and months of my life. I never want to go through any of them ever again. But it is that intensity of emotional response that contains the seeds that can bloom into a sounder character if we respond appropriately. We've all heard the expression, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Sort of true, but not exactly. The common expression would be more accurate if we tacked on the phrase, if we let it. And that's the interesting, maybe life-changing idea. The real truth is, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger if we let it. If we let it is the secret. There's no guarantee that by itself, without our active and appropriate response, adversity will make us stronger. I've met, and I'm sure you have too, many people who allowed adversity to turn them into bitter or defeated individuals. To them, life is a burden. The world is a dangerous place, and they can't do much about it. It's easy and tempting to allow adversity to develop a victim mentality in us. Wow, this is not only interesting stuff, this is really powerful stuff. Now let's begin more with Dave. Here's what he says. It is in order to prevent that from happening, in order to grow stronger, we must learn from those painful experiences, and in learning we create habits that emerge as character traits, and thus we become better and more capable people. My humiliating sales call, for example, taught me a simple lesson that has stuck with me for decades and has flowered into a broader character trait. Here it is. Now, this is a truth for the world. Never speak badly about the competition, was the lesson. I like to think that respect for my competitors is the broader character trait. The periods of financial hardship have developed empathy in me for those in similar circumstances and a very conservative financial perspective. The death of my daughter is somehow pushing up buds of greater patience, empathy, and tolerance in my character. Oh my goodness. May he be blessed. Well, I never want to go through any of those things again. You know what? I'm probably a better person because of them and because of my response to them. Now I understand that some of you are being doused with a fire hose of adversity. I wish I could make it go away, if only I could turn off the valve. But of course he can't. But he's left us a wonderful word. And by the way, check his things out, because if you want, he'll give you some suggestions on how to, if you let it. If you let it. What a powerful and interesting idea. Thank you to Dave Cale for a lesson for the day, and perhaps a lesson for all eternity. If you let it. I'm Stan Houston. The program is Interesting Ideas. Yes, there we go. Just a little longer today, and it's about 7 minutes. But it's 7 minutes that were very worthwhile for you to take. Again, reach out to me if you want to do just what I and Dave do. We do point-of-the-moment podcasting. You can share your wisdom, your insight, your truth, some of your courage and conviction. In this day and age, we don't need more celebrities tell us what to do. We don't need more politicians preaching at us. We need men and women of wisdom, insight, and truth who are guided by the Spirit force to put their truth out there in the marketplace and let it do its work. And so I challenge you to do that. Would you reach out to me? What It Takes Radio, stan@witradio.net. stan@witradio.net. Check out our, stage. It is witradio.net, witradio.net. I have an interesting idea for you. It's time for you, here in 22, for you and your business and your organization and the work and world you live in, to put you on the radio. Best and blessings. Bye for now.